Guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Today, I am building up a backup bow for the fall 2024. I will explain why I think a backup bow is important. And then I look over and my sight is snapped off. What do? You take out your backup bow. This is the 2019 Verdicts. This housing on, you can see where the rattle can paint stops. In this video and in the next video, I'm going to give away a bow per vid to you guys. If you're in the market for maybe a backup bow for yourself, or maybe one of these bows I'm giving away is maybe cooler than what you got, or maybe you know somebody who really could use a bow, I would love to pass it along. Let's get into why I'm building a backup bow, because I've been elk hunting for a couple decades and I can't tell you how many times I've seen things go wrong, crashes on horses, vehicles running over bows, parts breaking, things happen. And if you don't have a backup bow back at base camp, you may end up trying to find a bow shop. Bow shops, man, they're usually closed Sunday, Monday. That's part for the course. It seems like the closest bow shop could be 200 to 300 miles away if you're at a trailhead. And can you get in front of line? Is there people in front of you? And a lot of times the best guys at the bow shops are also bow hunters. They might be out hunting, so you might get the backup guy who's fine, but maybe doesn't as knowledgeable. I think you should take a backup bow. I have had to use backup bows. So which bow am I going to give away in this video? I'm going to give away this one. So this is a V3X. I got my hands on it in 2021. I think it came out in November 2021. I have had a lot of luck with this bow. I killed a bull in Idaho, spot and stock, shot him in his bed. Pronghorn, I killed an Arizona bull, awesome Alaska black bear spot and stock. I killed a New Mexico bull, a Montana bull, an Idaho bull. I put a lot of animals down with this bow. And so here's what's gonna be included in this bow. Engaged leg limbs, Mountain Series AE stabilizer. We're gonna do the V-bar and bridge lock in the back, Hamskea ElkShape Edition rest, HHA through the bridge lock, 3-pin slider, and the web will give you this. All you need to do is add a peep and get it set up for you. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to get involved on that. I'm building a backup bow. This is my primary bow. This is the Lift. I've been hunting with this thing for about 8 months and I've put a lot of animals down with it and it's awesome. I'm very confident in this bow, but I wanna have a backup bow in case something goes wrong. And some of you will be like, well, you're gonna get a new bow early. There's no guarantee. I'm not in charge of that and I can't control that. So I'm going to set up this as my primary for my backup bow. On this video, I'm gonna build this. Yes, it's already built. I just finished it. In addition to this, a couple videos down the road, I'm going to film how I sight in a UV slider. I've had a lot of people ask, how do you do it? Today's video, I'm building this bow myself. Watched that. Now, at the end of the video, I'll explain how to win the V3X. In the next video, I'm gonna be building another bow. This is the Lift 33. I wanted to test it out. I haven't got to shoot this. Obviously, more ATA, a little more stability, better string angle. This might be my backup bow. Hell, this might be my primary bow. I'm going to basically shoot off between the 29.5 and the 33 for hoop. Between the two 29.5s and this 33, which one of them do I like the best as my starter? Which one's going to be my backup? And I always make sure my backup bow is perfectly tuned, like I can pick it up with the same setup and ready to rock, ready to go. So this is gonna be fun. So video 2 is gonna be a bow build on this. And by the way, why do we call them bow builds? Matthews Factory built this. I should call it a bow assembly and tune video, because that's really what we're gonna be doing. So in the second video, I'm gonna be bow building this, and I'm gonna be giving away at the end of that video, my mint Phase 4, and I'll go over more of the details on this bow and what's included. It's very tricked out. But guys, it's giving away bow season. We didn't do a 100K sub giveaway. We didn't do a party because for a lot of reasons, but mainly time. I didn't have the capacity. Let's just say, hey, I'm trying to give back to this awesome community. Now, let's go ahead and start building this 29. I love the finish. That bottomlands is sexy. Let's take you along as I build that. I'll be back to tell you how to get your hands on that V3X that is proven deadly. We're gonna install the rest and we're gonna get center shot. That way we can get our soft knots, our D-loop on. Super important part. You can really save yourself a lot of time by doing this absolutely perfect the first time. Last thing you wanna do is start shooting through paper and be like knock high, knock low, and you just didn't put your loop in the right spot. Also give yourself enough room for you shorter draw guys, because that angle is so harsh because you're short. You don't wanna have knock pinch. I usually give myself a little extra real estate so that knock can move. We already checked the fit. I'll go ahead and do this with the caliper. So I'm just gonna put the measurement here in the middle, 0.1100. That's very thin to win. I think a halo would fit on there. The eyepiece were gonna fit great. Great job, Matthews, on the new strings lift. Don't have to order custom strings. I do have backup strings for the 29 from AVB. Always have backup strings ready to go. So one thing we'll do is we'll definitely replace this with loop material from BCY. Then MX2 comes with the rubber dampening. We will put a little pad over the top that comes with it in that package. This is the Elk Hunter edition. We do have these. There's nothing cool about them. They just say Elk Hunter, which is our brand. And to me, it just means, if you look at it, you know that hard work pays off and that you're gonna stay on your grind. As cheesy as that sounds, I truly believe that. So we're gonna pop this plate. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it starts at 0 and 13/16 off the riser. I really don't wanna move this, maybe a click or two at most, so I'm gonna have to probably mess with wheeling. I don't have a laser, but I'm hoping that our hole is real close by just running this. Let's pop this off. Easy peasy. So there's that. They already give you a little notch right here, so you can slide that on. You will have to loosen it in the beginning, so line this up with the indentation on the riser. This is the QD wedge on that BCY loop material. So I just pop this in here, pull it out, light it on fire, make a ball, push it through, cap it. This will go in my down cable. I like that. The cables will fit in each groove. If you're gonna run a cable-driven rest, I don't like using the QAD football. I like this QD wedge from AAE. So we're gonna loosen and get this taken out. I'm gonna pull this through and she's gone. Always give yourself enough extra, if you will, and then getting this through here will be kind of a bastard, but we'll use a little bit of fire. So this guy's through. We're gonna do the old nip the tip, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, just like you would a D-loop. Abuse it a little bit. This lines up. That is tightened. We're gonna leave this loose. We're gonna throw it in this down cable. Plenty of real estate. Should be good. We're gonna flip this bad boy up and turn it around. So right there's about an inch. I want it to be here. Pull it through just a smidge. Locked out. Oh, about a ½ inch. Could probably make it a little less tight. Touching. There's a little gap there, so the timing needs to be adjusted ever so slightly to make up for the wedge that we just shoved in the cable. We can set that time real quick. This stop is 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more from touching where the cable, and this one is touching the cable. And if I do the wrong one, you'll know, because then the timing will be even worse. Gotta take a ½ a twist out of this cable right here. We'll go one twist. You could put a piece of paper through there. You could put a piece of paper through there. Anytime you stick something inside a down cable, it's gonna slow it down. It's gonna lengthen it. So I took the opposite cable, the one that ties in at the top cam, pressed it, did a ½ twist, loosening, not tightening the twist, but loosening the twist just by a ½, It got it back in time. Yeah, we're good to go. We got 80-pound mods at 80%. See how the rest is fully upright? And we are that far from the stops and that far. I like it. Bit of the skateboard tape. A lot of guys will ask me, why don't you run the Matthews bridge lock? Well, I'm going to on the 33, but if I'm being honest, I love a 10-degree drop. It gives me that figure 8 float, which I just have always liked. But if you don't worry about that, then obviously go with the bridge lock because it is obviously streamlined down the middle. And then as far as the ElkShape kit, stabilizer kit, I believe it's a 12-inch in the front and an 8-inch in the back, and it comes with obviously your weights. With this guy, I'm gonna go a little longer. We'll probably go 15-inch, probably hunt with a 12-inch, but for now, we'll go long dong. There we go. I'm gonna match my 29.5 lift setup. So currently, there's a 4 ounces in the front, 15-inch bar, 8 ounces in the back, same angles, all that stuff. Put a quiver on it, all that, try to match it up. Stabilizers do make a huge difference, especially to balance out that quiver. Get yourself some short stubbies. She tight. Probably gonna put some, swap these out for some yellows. That would be cool. Let's throw a sight in. I'm gonna run the UV slider. I really like this sight. I've killed 2 elk with the Viz ring. Just took the light out. I guess my only complaint is it's a little dark in there during low light, but I still just love the sight picture. Then now they have the 3-pin vertical and your 3-pin horizontals. They actually have 4 pins. They have a little baby one on there, but I don't even mess with that. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna compress it all the way in. Right chair. All your Matthews comes with this bridge lock screw. It's a set screw. Snug, let's throw a 1-piece quiver on it. Black side plates, black 1-piece low pro. What's funny about all this, guys, is that in 2019, I started working on my own stuff. Prior to that, since 2001 to 2019, I had somebody else do all this stuff for me. And that's not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if this knuckle dragger has learned this much about bows and how to work on them, dude, you can do this too. And it's empowering to know how bows work and whatnot, and how to work on your own equipment, and really how to identify if something's not right, or if something's not in tune, or something's changed. And you guys all know the adage, if you change one little thing, you change everything on a bow. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this hood down. Loosen, loosen. About there. Money, dude. Tighten. Then lock it. £81 pounds, holding weight 17.3. All right, okay. Point left, knock right. We don't have any high-low tears. Knock might be just a little low. We might need to raise the rest up a smidgen, which I'm okay with. But I definitely think I'm gonna make a slight wheeling adjustment. Don't over tighten, just snug. Let's shoot it. A lot of fun here. F yeah. It's a good starting point. Let's shoot another. Ballin'. So this tear right here was my first. So immediately I knew, man, my point is low and my arrow's going in like this. I need to lower my knocking point. So I lowered it quite a bit. I just kind of eyeballed it, to be honest with you, I guessed, and I lowered it, I don't know, probably 2/8 of an inch. So I hate doing that, by the way. You have to cut your soft knots with a razor blade. Do not nick your serving, it's stressful. Cut your D-loop off and then reset that, which was good. And then I actually put my bow in the press and just swapped the top cam top hats out to move that string over so that we weren't getting this tear like this, essentially. Moved the string over, swapped them out, got lucky. I didn't have to change top hats, just swapping. That's easy. I think first axis is set. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot through a chrono and get some speeds, and we're gonna wrap this part 1 of 2 videos, and I'm gonna explain to you how to enter to win this bow that I'm giving away in a second. All right guys, our string level is perfect. Shout out to Baker. I mean, this is the easiest way to really just fine tune it, super fast, streamlined. Next, now that these are level, I don't need a Hamskea tool. These come out of the factory square. I just gotta make sure my bubble matches my string, which is cool. This top one, and there's a bottom one. Those are your set screws. You really wanna just barely crack the bottom one. That's all it takes, and then loosen this top one up. Once it's loose, over here is your first and second axis adjustment. My bubble was way left, so we tighten this down quite a bit. Then tightened our set screws. You can see we're level, we're level. All right guys, here it is. This is my lift 29.5. Love the breakup. I'll give you the quick recap. We got the EXO engaged leg limbs. We have a 15-inch bar, 4 ounces up front, 8 ounces in the back on an 8-inch bar. Nose button, 1/4-inch peep, monkey tails, MX2. Didn't have to adjust the rest at all. 13/16 off the riser, lined up. Only had to swap out the top hats. That's awesome. Have a brand new UV slider. It's not sighted in yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I'll make a video coming up, probably down the hopper, and in that video I'll probably announce the winners of everything. Then we have the Low Pro right here. We're pulling 81 pounds. We're holding 17 and change. Pretty awesome. Speed-wise, we'll do some speed tests once the other bow's built. We'll kind of go head-to-head and look at the differences. I'm a 26.5-inch draw length. I'm assuming that this bow will be faster than the 33, but what if the 33 is driving more tacks better than this? We'll have to see. We're going to test it out for myself, and maybe you're curious as well. Now, let's talk about giving away the V3X. I'm going to announce the winner on the UV sight-in video, which will be 2 videos from now. But this one is for any new subscriber. And you OGs, I haven't left you out in a second. So what I'm gonna do is I need you to like the video. I need you to put a comment, how long have you been subscribed? So anyone who's been subscribed in the last 3 months, including today, just type today if you're a brand new sub, or you've been a sub for a month, or 2 months, or 3 months. Put it in the comments. I'm gonna pick somebody newer subscriber to the channel at random. Again, I will only announce winners on video, don't get scammed. And then from there, I'll get your information and I will ship this out. You OGs, guys, anyone been subscribed to this channel for longer than 3 months? Heck, some of you have been around for 10 years. I wanna give away this phase 4, and I will have this bow set up to give away on our next video. So, giving away 2 bows in 2 videos, and I'm doing a UV sight-in tutorial, and I'm trying to figure out my starter and my backup for 2024. Separations in the preparation. We'll catch you on the next one.